We need a reality check this afternoon, I think, a reality check on the future of solar energy. Because on two major fronts today, we've discovered the pitfalls of this technology. Now, I know that per capita, Australia has put more solar panels on residential premises than any other nation on the planet, which in terms of operating sustainably and paying less for power is great. Except the process of putting excess energy back into the grid is causing all kinds of technical dramas. The grid needs extensive updating, but that's an aside. This week, a global solar risk assessment published by solar news outlet PVTECH reported that solar assets are experiencing higher than expected rates of degradation. And as to achieving promised outputs, it showed that 1 in 8 solar assets chronically underperform. Its technology, in other words, is nowhere near being able to take the baton from coal and gas, especially in this country. And the Telegraph reports today that a high-level health check audit of New South Wales Green Schemes has uncovered several projects that have been red flagged, facing serious risk of implementation failure. For instance, one of the 37 new green projects, which pumped $50 million into a hydrogen scheme, was found to be off track. So what this means is that, quote, forecast spend does not match the ability to deliver. It was a chronic waste of taxpayers' money. Now, it's all well and good to talk up a green future, but before they start closing all the coal-fired power stations and gas projects, the harsh reality needs exposing. Despite endless subsidies, large amounts of green government grants, and all the best spin politicians can muster, renewables have a long, long way to go before they're in any way profitable. And as for being regarded as baseload capable, don't kid yourself. This morning, wind and solar contributed between 7 and 8% to the national grid. At best, we get 14% from this source. There will eventually be a transition, but technology has a long way to catch up, and the green warriors need to be way more patient and be aware of the realities. The government is right to front up to the G7 this weekend and be far more practical and patient about what can be done on climate change, especially in this country. All right, I want to get to that story and, of course, the story about that couple that's entered Queensland, and you've got New South Wales and Queensland towns shut down now. Senator Holly Hughes, welcome to the program.
Good evening, Chris.
Now, solar, I want to start with you first on that. It sounds great, but as I made the point, on a couple of fronts, we see constant evidence of the fact that the technology has a way to go.
Yeah, but look, if I can just reinforce the point, Chris, the Morrison government has no intention of closing down coal mines, and we've just announced an investment of over $600 million in the Kurri Kurri gas project. So we absolutely understand the important role that coal and gas play in ensuring affordable and reliable baseload power. We know Tomago smelter up in the Hunter went off for a couple of hours not that long ago, over a couple of days, to ensure Sydney could keep its lights on. Now, for those that don't understand, when a smelter is offline for an extended period of time, that's it. You can't turn it back on. So we know where we have that heavy industry, we need reliable base load power. And renewables just aren't anywhere near that at this stage. That said, we've got around 1 in 4 houses or 1 in 5 houses now have solar panels on their roofs. But I think what we'll find as battery power becomes more viable, more efficient and more reliable, that will be the future of renewables. But without that battery storage, we are going to continue to need coal, we are going to continue to need gas, and it's absolutely irresponsible to suggest otherwise.